Alright, so in today's video we're going to be doing an overview into the jets that were added into War Thunder with the 1.99 Starfighter update. I will be posting timestamps in the description below so you can skip to the specific nation you would like to watch. The first jet we're going to be looking at today is the F-104A. The Lockheed F-104 Starfighter was an American single-engine supersonic interceptor aircraft which became widely used as a fighter bomber during the Cold War. Early versions of the F-104 were produced by Lockheed exclusively for the United States Air Force, but as you will see later on, multiple other countries purchased this vehicle for use in their Air Force. The Starfighter was a long-lasting aircraft with multiple nations keeping it around until 2004. The plane was developed by Kelly Johnson, who contributed to the development of the Lockheed P-38 Lightning, U-2, and SR-71 Blackbird. The F-104 set numerous world records for both airspeed and altitude. The jet was powered by the General Electric J79. This produced a max thrust of 3,690 kilograms and an afterburner thrust of 5,820 kilograms, enabling the F-104A to achieve a rate of climb of 182.9 kilometers per hour in the A variant. As an early model, the F-104A was only equipped with two AIM-9B missiles. The Vulcan M61 cannon carries 750 rounds and fired at a rate of 6,000 rounds per minute and was capable of emptying the drum with just over 7 seconds of continuous fire. The next aircraft is a later model of the F-104, the C variant. This plane is almost identical to the earlier A variant, except it boasts more ground strike capabilities as shown by the loadouts. The pros of this vehicle is that it has a top speed exceeding Mach 2, with an extremely good climb rate and energy retention characteristics. Cons of the F-104 include limited strike capability in earlier versions, as well as poor maneuverability. The F-3H Demon is an early Cold War American naval fighter. It was developed by the McDonnell Aircraft Corporation and was acting as the successor for the American F-2H Banshee. The F-3H is powered by a variant of the Allison J71 jet. This power plant gives the Demon the ability to reach a top speed of 719 miles per hour at sea level. Although this top speed is not very high, the F-3H-2 boasts a good climb rate of 72.9 meters per second, allowing it to easily reach good combat altitudes with a very short period of time at the beginning of the game. The Banshee is armed with 4 20mm Browning Colt Mod 3 cannons with a fire rate of 1,000 rounds per minute. As you can see by the modifications, the F-3H boasts a very good ground strike capability with a multitude of loadouts for you to choose from. The Banshee is coming into the game with a very versatile role with moderate maneuverability as well as very good ground strike capability. Some of the pros of this vehicle is its very good flight characteristics, making it easy to fly, especially when you're in realistic battles. The F-3H also boasts an afterburner which contributes to the very good climb rate, as well as radar equipped in the nose cone. This vehicle is coming in at a battle rating of 9.3. The only con I can really think of with this vehicle is that it is subsonic. Next on the list is the one new USSR fighter jet that was added. The Su-7B is designed as a boom and zoom style aircraft with ground strike capability. The Su-7B is powered by a variant of the Saturn AL jet engine. This jet provides an afterburner thrust of 7,960 kilograms, providing the Su-7B with a climb rate of 157.6 meters per second. It's armed with two 30mm NR-30 cannons with only 80 rounds of ammunition and a fire rate of 1,000 rounds per minute. As stated earlier, the Su-7B is a very capable ground attack aircraft, capable of carrying the S-5K rockets, 500 kilogram bombs, 250 kilogram bombs, S-3K rockets, or S-24 rockets. Some of the pros of the Su-7B is the good horizontal flight speed, along with a variety of mounted weapons. The cons of the Su-7B are mediocre controllability, along with no form of guided weapons, coming in at a battle rating of 9.7 and should provide the USSR with a very capable attack aircraft. As someone who plays the Russian planes, I'm very excited to work towards this. Alright, so next up is some German aircraft. The Fiat G.91 was an Italian jet fighter designed and built by Fiat. The R4 is a variant of the G91 jet fighter that has been modified for ground attack, allowing it to access a very good selection of air-to-ground ordnance. The G91 is a very nimble fighter with relatively average top speed and fairly good acceleration. The G91 is powered by a version of the Bristol jet engine. This engine does not output a high amount of thrust, but this is outweighed by the high thrust to weight ratio of 0.73. This thrust ratio makes the plane an excellent dogfighter Starfighter. The G91 can easily reach its own terminal velocity in a level flight, ripping its own wings off. The G91 is powered by 4 12.7mm Browning M3 machine guns mounted in the nose. The M3 machine guns have 300 rounds and have a fire rate of 1200 rounds per minute. Due to the wing design of the Fiat plane, it has a higher top speed than you may think with the low overall weight of the plane. The G91 is able to carry a variety of air-to-ground and air-to-air combat ordnance. You can either mount Mighty Mouse rockets, Nord ATGMs, 500-pound bombs, AIM-9B missiles, or Nord air-to-air missiles. The pros of this plane is it's very versatile, it has a very good turn rate and is excellent at dogfighting. As well, it can carry a variety of air-to-ground ordnance, making it extremely versatile. This makes the G91 very good for mixed battles. Although the G91 has sufficient armor to protect the pilot from small arms fire at very close range, it does not particularly have a very strong airframe, and the wings can be ripped off extremely easily by enemy fire. This plane comes in at a battle rating of 9.0 and it will provide the Germans with a high amount of versatility. The next jet is the German F-86K. In the early 1950s, the air forces of America's NATO allies had an urgent need for a high-performance interceptor that was capable of meeting the perceived Soviet bomber threat. As the F-86D was currently the highest performing interceptor in the American fleet, it was a natural choice for them to use as a platform. However, the F-86D was fitted with the advanced Hughes E-4 fire control system, which was deemed too sensitive for export overseas. As well, the Americans did not want this technology to fall into Soviet hands. This led to the creation of the F-86K, which was later licensed to Fiat for mass production. It was produced for multiple countries, including Germany. The F-86K is powered by a variant of the General Electric J47 jet engine. This provides the jet with an afterburner thrust of 4,340 kilograms. The F-86K is not a ground attack aircraft and is only capable of carrying out 2 AIM-9B missiles. Some of the pros of the F-86K are the good overall top speed, good roll rate at low and medium speed, good acceleration when you are utilizing the afterburner. It does have a search radar equipped in the front as well. The 20mm cannons are very high velocity, making it easy to track onto targets. It has a brake chute, making landing significantly easier. For the cons of the F-86K, it is a subsonic aircraft, so you do not have that advantage. As well, it is heavy when you compare it to the regular Sabre variants. The plane experiences very high compression at high speeds, especially in the roll axis. You can easily rip the wings off with strong flight input. The afterburner guzzles a large amount of fuel. There is no bombs or rockets, and the lock of the AIM-9B is not very good, making them easy to dodge with a high G maneuver. The F-86K is coming in at a battle rating of 9.0. It will be mainly used as a support fighter, as in a 1v1 dogfight against a MiG-17, for example, it will lose. This plane really excels at things like bomber hunting, so you should focus your time on things like that. This plane can be placed in matches with planes of a significantly higher BR, meaning that your acceleration is not going to mean very much. But used in its proper role, this plane should bring a fun element to the German Air Force. Next up is the F-104G. The Germans are receiving access to a later model of the Starfighter. This is one of the most versatile models of the F-104, as it gives pilots access to a wide range and quantity of secondary weapons, thanks to the increase in pylons. The F-104G also features minor improvements to overall handling, as well as possessing a slightly more powerful version of the J79 engine, providing the F-104G with a climb rate of 225.4 meters per second. The F-104G possesses the 20mm M61A1 cannon with 750 rounds of ammunition at 6,000 rounds per minute. The air-to-ground capability can be easily showcased by looking at the loadouts available. The pros of this vehicle are an extremely high top speed, exceeding Mach 2, as well as an extremely good climb rate and energy retention. The cons of the F-104G is it is again essentially a flying rocket with very poor maneuverability. The F-104G comes in at a battle rating of 10.0, 0.3 higher than the American variants, and this is due to the air-to-ground capability. The G variant should be pretty fun, and I can't wait to try it out. The Scimitar F Mark I is a late 50s subsonic twin-engine naval jet fighter developed by the renowned Supermarine British aircraft manufacturer. This plane possesses a high degree of versatility thanks to the combination of good flight characteristics as well as suspended ordnance. The Mark I was not known for its reliability in real life, but gladly we do not have to deal with that in War Thunder. The Mark I is powered by two Rolls-Royce Avon Mark 202 jets, each of these jets providing a takeoff thrust of 4,440 kilograms. This power plant enables the F1 to reach top speeds of 630 to 640 knots at sea level with a climb rate of 95 to 105 meters per second. In the front, the Mark I is equipped with four 30mm ADEN cannons with 160 rounds of ammunition and 1,200 rounds per minute fire rate. The Scimitar F Mark I can carry a wide range of ordnance as showcased here. The plane is capable of carrying air-to-air as well as air-to-ground ordnance. For the pros of the Mark I, it has good flight characteristics, as well it has a very wide selection of secondary weapons. The cons to this aircraft is that it is subsonic, as well there is no afterburner equipped. The Mark I comes in at a battle rating of 8.7 and gives British pilots a highly capable jet fighter, which will be effective in air-to-air combat as well as in air-to-ground roles. Next up is the French Mirage 3C. The Mirage is the first production version of one of the most famous French fighter jets of the Cold War era. This plane represented the bleeding edge of aviation technology at the time. When it was released in 1958, the Mirage 3 became the first European aircraft to exceed speeds of Mach 2 in level flight. The Mirage is powered by an SNEC MA ATAR 9B jet with a max thrust of 3,980 kilograms and an afterburner thrust of 5,480 kilograms. This incredible engine allows the Mirage 3 to reach a top speed of 2,112 km per hour at an altitude of 15,000 meters. The Mirage is armed with two 30mm DEFA 5.52A cannons with 125 rounds of ammunition and 1,200 rounds per minute fire rate. Due to the lack of ammunition, you will have to be careful playing this plane as it will run out of ammo very quickly. The lack of ammo is easily compensated when looking at the vast array of loadouts available for this vehicle. The most notable thing in the loadout is the new to the game Matra R550 Magic 1 air-to-air missiles. The pros of the Mirage is that it's Mach 2 capable, it has an extensive range of missiles available, as well as boast extreme agility. The cons of the Mirage is that it has extremely limited ammunition in the cannons, as well as high energy loss during extreme maneuvers. This vehicle is highly anticipated in War Thunder and comes in at a battle rating of 10.3, topping out the French tech tree. Next up we have the F104S, the Italian variant of the F104 Starfighter. As the S is one of the last models developed, it has the most powerful J79 engine out of all of the Starfighters, giving a max thrust of 4,730 kilograms and an afterburner thrust of 7,430 kilograms. This brings the rate of climb to an astonishing 225.4 meters per second. Due to the increased thrust from the General Electric jet, the S variant is able to carry the highest payload out of any of the Starfighter variants. The pros and cons of the Starfighter are the same as the other variants. The S has the highest ground strike capability of any of the F104s, meaning that the Italians definitely have something to look forward to. The next F104 on the list is the Japanese F104J. The F104J is a variant derived of the German F104G as you saw earlier. The main differences being that the J model is equipped with less air-to-ground ordnance, so it is more focused on air-to-air combat with its air-to-air missiles and its 20mm cannon. The F104 contains another version of the General Electric J79 engine, giving the F104J a rate of climb of 225.4 meters per second, and it is also equipped with the same Vulcan 20mm M61 cannon. As you can see from the modifications, there is less of an array of options when compared to the G variant. However, you do still have a good amount of options when compared to the American models of the F104. The pros and cons of this vehicle are the same as I went over before in the G variant, except this can carry even less ordnance towards ground targets, forcing you to rely on the air-to-air combat qualities. Again, we have another F104, this time a G variant from the Chinese. I will not go over this vehicle too much, as it is fairly similar to the G variant found in the German tech tree. As you can see, the loadouts are fairly similar to the German variant, wider range of loadouts as shown before. Additionally, the Chinese receive an A variant of the F104. This is the same as the American F104A variant, so I will not go into too much detail as I already described the American version. As it is an A variant, it is an earlier model and is only able to carry carry the AIM-9B missiles, just as the American version. The pros and cons of this vehicle are the same as the other F-104s. The main thing to focus on here is, as it is an early variant, it has limited ground strike capabilities, focusing you to rely on the 2 lackluster AIM-9B missiles and the 30mm cannon. This is an issue as the F-104 is very unmaneuverable and suffers to get on target. I hope you guys enjoyed my overview of the new jets in the War Thunder Starfighter update. Let me know in the comments below what you think of the new jets and also what I should do for my next video. Thanks for watching and have a good day.